Welcome back. This is the Whiskey Couch, and this here is the whiskey couple of South Africa, myself, Gustav,
and Elna.
And today we are yet again comparing two very interesting whiskies.
Two 12-year-old whiskies. The one is the Deanston, 12-year-old, and the other one is the Glenallachie, 12-year-old. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, but that is how it is, the Glenallachie.
The Deanston 12-year-old. I wonder what it says here on the bottle. Elna and I have already spent half an hour with these whiskies, these two beautiful drams, and what a struggle to decide which one is better. But I think we've got it figured out now. We even added a few drops of water to figure it out. 46.3% Deanston, 12-year-old, non-chill filtered, natural color, and we're looking at unchill filtered and aged in ex-bourbon casks for 12 years. Glenallachie, and I've just done an individual video on this, which was our previous video, but here we go. 12-year-old, 46%, non-chill filtered. So both of these Highland / Speyside whiskies. Deanston, of course, a little bit off the beaten track at the Deanston distillery on the river, which I can't remember the name, used to be a cotton mill, and we've got the gift boxes here behind us. And then Glenallachie, if I remember correctly, in Speyside. So two good drams that we're comparing here today. You're going to take us through what you found in these two.
Okay, with the Deanston, on the nose, the Deanston, I got vanilla ice cream. Soft on the nose, vanilla ice cream. And with the Glenallachie, on the nose, it was creamy butterscotch. So they're not that much different. It's soft. It's soft. Both of them are
soft.
Getting
good with the nose, with the name now.
Oh, the name is good. Okay.
Getting
very good with the name.
Excellent.
Okay, on the palate. On the palate, it was interesting. Although the Deanston, Although I got on the nose soft vanilla ice cream, on the palate it was more wood spice. That was interesting. What I nosed and what I tasted was two different.
So this is it.
Yeah.
All right.
And with the Glenallachie, as I said, on the nose it's creamy butterscotch, soft creamy butterscotch, and on the palate it was honey with raisins. That was interesting for me as well. The raisins, because I didn't pick up the raisins in the nose.
So the honey probably from the bourbon casks and the raisins probably from the sherry casks. Because here we're looking at the combination cask. So for me, on the Deanston 12, what I found there for me, honey fudge, and the nose of the Deanston is for me the better nose when I compare these two. This nose, I just can't get enough of it. It is just, I'll nose up this whiskey. If that is possible, I'll...
Yeah, it is definitely a beautiful nose.
It is fantastic. And here I'm getting powdered sugar today. I can't remember if I found that in the individual review, but the powdered sugar, like icing sugar.
Like icing sugar, more icing caster sugar,
And on the palate for me, well, that was it, honey fudge, but here the finish of the Glenallachie is much longer for me.
Yes, I
agree. Intense flavors, beautifully sweet and wonderful, complex. Both of these drams, full-bodied, but here the finish, it
lingers
lasts forever.
Yeah, no, I agree on that. This finish is short, but that one is really... The Glenallachie is definitely its longer finish.
Yeah, and that is today. I sometimes my palate varies from one day to the next. But today for me, this finish, it starts off with this sweet, wonderful sweetness, and then you get the spiciness, and then it ends off, like you said, with that butterscotch creamy, sweet butterscotch right at the end. So, Elna, the purpose of this video, what is your favorite?
I prefer the Deanston. And because I prefer the Deanston, it's softer. It's a softer whiskey.
Softer, easier drinking.
Easy drinker, yeah.
Or easier than this one, yet complex.
That's also complex. No, it's not it's not
If
complex.
you say softer, you mean less spicy.
Less spiciness in the end, yeah. Although if I must drink them individually, I will also like the Glenallachie. I will definitely drink it. It's a nice whiskey as well. But if I compare these two, I prefer the Deanston.
Because it's softer,
yeah,
less spicy. And that's what I prefer from this one, is the spiciness that kicks in midway through, leaves you with a sweet butterscotch warmth at the end. And that's why this is my favorite.
Definitely a short finish in comparison with the Glenallachie. It's much longer finish, but this is short finish, but I prefer the Deanston.
So we've got a Deanston fan and we've got a Glenallachie fan. But again, two very good drams, and it's not by a mile margin. I think we've compared two good competitors with each other here. And that is perhaps the trick, is to compare the right kind of thing. I would have loved if I had another 12-year-old ex-bourbon and sherry non-chill filtered.
Okay.
From the Highlands because that would have been also
to see where we ended up there, yeah.
So that is it from us. Comparing, and again, different results. One day we will agree on the same whiskey. But
hopefully we'll get
again
there.
Today, different. Until next time, enjoy your whiskey responsibly from us here at the Whiskey Couch. Sláinte.
Sláinte.